Welcome to Mount Vernon High School, as today the Mount Vernon Knights take on the New Rochelle Huguenots. This is an inner-city rivalry that dates back 50 years. You can on a higher level, it's like the Lakers versus the Celtics. Great rivalry, great players from both teams. Last game, the Knights barely got out of New Rochelle with a tight win, so I know the Huguenots is looking forward to this game today. So I'll be right back with Isaiah as we get ready for this game. Sit back and relax. Mount Vernon versus New Rochelle. Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School, a.k.a. gym, home of the Knights, the Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. But there's so many great players in this rivalry. So, you know, I'm just grateful to be here. How you feel about today's game?
Hey, it's a rivalry game, like you said. The energy is infectious. Everyone wants to see a close game like we saw back in New Road before, where Mount Vernon outlasted New Rochelle 61-57. So if you have that type of performance, the Knights come in with a record of 11-3, so they're trying to maintain their winning ways. This should be a great performance.
You heard Isaiah ask Isaiah. So Isaiah, what are the keys to the game today?
Most definitely, it's always about defense first. You take your defense and that transforms into offense. Already we have a great perimeter outset from Charles Lovett. Then you got the interior base with Troy Humstead. So there's balance on both sides. But I think for what Coach Bob Semino wants to utilize is defense first, get out and run. You get easy baskets and the momentum will carry from there.
New Rochelle played them tough last time. If New Rochelle made some free throws, they might have won the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to expect that the home court advantage will add an extra boost. And on our side, now that Mount Vernon is home, they should use this crowd to their advantage. To your point about the free throws, Mount Vernon has to stay out of foul trouble. When you have the type of defense that we have, the pressure defense, the different arms and different angles that we utilize, there will be times where there will be foul trouble. But to Mount Vernon's credit, you always have to be able to adjust. And Mount Vernon has so much depth that they can throw different lineups at people. As we saw when Irvin Patrick went down, point guard Selwyn Paul came in and was able to run the team in a way that probably New Rochelle wasn't used to. So there's other players on this team that can help Mount Vernon overcome any adversity.
Well, you heard it from Isaiah. We're about to tip off. Sit back, enjoy the game. Mount Vernon, New Rochelle. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mount Vernon High School and the Ben Gordon Alumni Gym, home of the Knights, for today's Section 1 AA boys basketball game between the New Rochelle Huguenots and the Mount Vernon Knights. It is the objective of Mount Vernon Athletics, Section 1, and the New York State Public High School Athletic Association to have today's game contested in the most sportsmanlike atmosphere possible. The officials have been instructed to tolerate absolutely no unsportsmanlike conduct from the players. We ask you, the fans, to help us reach our objective by conducting yourselves in a sportsmanlike and respectful manner. Thank you very much for your cooperation and enjoy the game. Now will you please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag on the wall for the playing of our national anthem.
14, Matthew Melismanaj, senior.
2-2, my name is Nazir Davis, junior.
Number 2, Joel Cooper, senior.
Number 23, Damon Scott, Jr.
Number 15, Nigel Harris, Jr.
Number 35, Julius Cobbs, senior.
Number 14, Sebastian Daly, and I'm a senior.
Number 32, Thomas Brooks, and I'm a senior.
Number 3, Charles Lovett, Jr.
Number 11, Christopher Vernon, and I'm a senior.
Number 31, Jovan Young, and I'm a junior.
Number 33, Orlando Dawkins, and I'm a junior.
Number 30, Troy Hupstead, Jr.
Number 24, Elijah Harris, senior.
Number 21, Selwyn Paul, junior.
I'm number 1, Irvin Patrick, junior guard.
The whole table's tipping. Maybe no.
Welcome to this Mount Vernon City School District broadcast of Mount Vernon Knights basketball as the men come into this matchup 11-3 against New Rochelle High School. I'm Isaiah Rose broadcasting live here at Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. And as the Knights win the tip, Orlando Dawkins, number 33, takes the first shot. Unable to knock it down, the Huguenots of New Rochelle come back looking to get a shot off with the basketball. And Irvin Patrick comes away with the steal. And one opportunity for Irvin Patrick. And the Knights are able to break through the ceiling and get their first basket very early. Now here's the starting five for both teams. Number 2, Christian Rogers. Number 4, Omari Walker. Number 5, Jalen Minchin. Number 10, Chase Stevens. Number 23, Jared Zombach. They come in with a record of 7-9. Their last victory was against Roosevelt High School, a 65-37 victory. We'll get the Knights starting five to you very soon. As Irvin Patrick completes the and-one opportunity. Stevens with the basketball being guarded by Joel Cooper, number 2, and they call a foul. So the starting five for Mount Vernon, number 1, Irvin Patrick, number 2, Joel Cooper, number 3, Charles Lovett, who actually hit the game winner in Mount Vernon's victory over New Rochelle earlier this year. Number 30, Troy Humstead, number 33, Orlando Dawkins. And New Rochelle unable to score. Mount Vernon comes away with the rebound. That's Troy Humstead, who dominated in that first matchup, comes away with the mid-range jumper, unable to knock it down. Rebounded by Christian Rogers. The Huguenots look to push. With the basketball, number 4, Omari Walker, trying to get it in the corner. Christian Rogers trying to get it to Minchin. They work the corner to Zombach. Zombach trying to kick out. And Omari Walker knocks down a 3. So the game is tied already. You can hear the crowd. This Mount Vernon Knights crowd is here in full force, ready to give Mount Vernon everything it needs to secure this victory tonight. With the basketball, Lovett takes a screen from Humstead. He's trapped, and he's called for a walk. That was a great trap from New Rochelle. Mount Vernon, especially on the road in that first victory, they had to manage a lot of different adverse situations, dealt with foul trouble, they dealt with different situations in terms of turnovers. With that said, So there's a delay of game warning called against Mount Vernon. Coach Amino didn't agree with it. Substitution as Sebastian Daly comes into the game for Dawkins. Stevens at the rim, can't finish. Zoom back with the offensive rebound, and he puts it back in. So New Rochelle up 5-3. And don't be fooled by the record. Obviously, Mount Vernon has a clearly much better record with the record of 11-3 as Irvin Patrick comes in with the response. But my point about the record is just because Mount Vernon's record is so much better, that doesn't mean that New Rochelle isn't game for the competition. The rivalry that New Rochelle and Mount Vernon has will always raise the stakes on both sides. So Mount Vernon is definitely locked into this performance, as they've been throughout the entire season. But New Rochelle is up for the task as well. So Coach Amino will have these guys executing at an extremely high level. Game tied at 5 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. And that shot by Stevens, no good. It was an air ball, but it went off of a night. So New Rochelle basketball. On the inbound, Walker. Looking to get it to Stevens, stolen by Lovett. Lovett takes the screen, pull up three from Lovett. No good. But it actually falls, it hits the back rim and then rolled in. So that's what you call the shooter's roll. And Joel Cooper comes away with a steal. Looking to get an easy basket, takes contact. He can't quite finish, but the rebound by Irvin Patrick, you can sense the urgency. Wasn't able to finish. Mount Vernon trying to get back. Walker almost blocked there by Humstead, but he's able to score. So already we see a high-scoring, fast-paced game. This should favor Mount Vernon considering the depth that the Knights have. They have multiple guards that are able to handle the basketball, and their bigs are able to get out and run as well. As Daly takes contact, looks to score, and he does. Sebastian Daly on the board. Mount Vernon leads 10-7. Stevens try to get a floater, and he does. So Chase Stevens has an opportunity to complete an and one. Mount Vernon leads 10-9. Into the game for Mount Vernon, number 22, Nasir Davis. Davis pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Daly. He gets it to Humstead. Humstead takes contact, and they call a charge. Stevens tried to kick it out to Walker. They get it to Zombak right corner. They have to reset. Great defense from Davis. Davis has to fight over a screen. Pocket pass to Zombak, blocked by. It was blocked by Humstead, but the trajectory of the ball going off his hand went off the backboard and into the rim. So New Rochelle takes their first lead, 12-10, with 3:40 remaining in this first period. Daly, pull-up jumper. No good, fighting for that rebound. Stevens comes away with it. Stevens attacking, unimpeded towards the rim. 14-10, New Rochelle leads Mount Vernon. Daly goes baseline, gets it to Davis. Davis gets it to Patrick. Patrick takes a screen, attacking, contact, no call. New Rochelle able to get out and run. Stevens goes strong, no finish. Fighting for that rebound. It'll stay with New Rochelle. But great recovery defense from Mount Vernon. And coming into the game for Mount Vernon is Dawkins. Orlando Dawkins is back into the game. Also, Selwyn Paul. Now, Paul played an exceptional game in New Rochelle, especially with Irvin Patrick having to go to the bench due to foul trouble. Paul was able to manage the game exceptionally well, coming up with huge stops, especially on the road. Zone back, turnaround, jumper off the glass is good. So New Rochelle takes a 2-possession lead, 16-10. Paul with the basketball, faces pressure against Walker. Paul has to find a teammate, and Walker able to get that steal, but coming right back is Davis. Mount Vernon picks up a foul. So right now, Mount Vernon has 14 fouls. And coming into the game is Nigel Harris. So Coach Amino trying to find the right lineup at this point just to get some cohesiveness going right now. It's a highly contested defensive game, but valuing possessions is very important right now. Love it. Almost had a steal there. On a kick out, the 3 for Walker is good, so New Rochelle takes a 3-possession lead, 19-10. New Rochelle able to capitalize on Mount Vernon's foul trouble. Nigel Harris with the basketball, trying to find a teammate, able to maintain the handle. And we have a 5-second call against Harris. So right now, momentum is going clearly towards New Rochelle right now. Mount Vernon has to find a way to get their crowd into this game at this point. But like we said, basketball is always a game of runs. So Coach Amino will find a way to adjust, potentially, and get a key win. Into the game for New Rochelle, number 20, Raymond Dixon. And with the score of the pass from Dixon is Christian Rogers. So right now it's an 11-point game. Mount Vernon has to call their first timeout. It's 21-10 here at Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. New Rochelle leads Mount Vernon. 1 minute, 58 seconds remaining. I'm Isaiah Rose, broadcaster from Mount Vernon City School District. We'll be back. So out of the timeout, Mount Vernon trying to stop this run from New Rochelle. 21-10, New Rochelle leads. And Mount Vernon comes out of the timeout with a turnover. The possession goes to New Rochelle. Coming back into the game is Daly for Mount Vernon. Walker with the basketball for Mount Vernon. He's able to get it to number 22, Jason McGee. McGee guarded by Harris. Harris almost gets a steal, fighting for that ball. He comes away with it. And Mount Vernon basketball. Personal foul called against McGee. So great effort there from Harris. Harris looking to inbound. He gets it to Daly. Daly working the left side of the court. Gets it to Dawkins. Dawkins tried to drive contact. Can't finish. Rebounded by Zombak. And it goes off the referee. But the referee says possession goes to New Rochelle. So 1:19 remaining. Mount Vernon trails 21-10. Coming into the game is, well, potentially was Jahad Clark, but they said the sub wasn't in time. So New Rochelle able to get the inbound, but big time press from Mount Vernon, and it forces a travel against Raymond Dixon. Great defense from Harris over the last 2 possessions. Great trap from Mount Vernon. They're looking to give. So because the turnover was below the foul line. Because the turnover was below the foul line, they adjust the inbound, so it'll be baseline out of bounds. Daly gets it to Harris. Harris gets it to Lovett. Charles Lovett for 3, unable to knock it down. Gets his own shot and gets a floater. So that basket breaks a run for New Rochelle. McGee attacking. Gets the draw and kick. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Humstead. Strong rebound in traffic. And Charles Lovett comes away with it. Lovett trying to get inside. Floater again. And back-to-back baskets for Lovett. Put Mount Vernon in a position to get back into this game. We get a charge against New Rochelle. So 21-14, Mount Vernon with back-to-back baskets, 36.7 seconds left. Charles Lovett able to knock in 2 straight baskets. Daly working the left corner, able to attack, takes contact, no call. Tries to get it off the glass, fighting for that rebound. New Rochelle comes away with the strong rebound from Christian Rogers. He gets it to Stevens. 15 seconds left in the quarter, shot clock is off. Stevens with the jump shot, no good. And we have a foul against New Rochelle.
No foul.
So Lovett with the basketball, 5 seconds remaining. He has to go full court. He gets it to his spot with the shot off the glass, and it's good. So Mount Vernon finishes the quarter on a 7-0 run to put themselves, well, they say that to 2. That'll be a 3. So they finished the quarter on a 7-0 run at the buzzer, big time 3 from Charles Lovett. And this is what everybody wants to see. A highly contested game on both sides. We'll be back. I'm Isaiah Rose, broadcaster from Mount Vernon School District. So to start this second quarter, Mount Vernon ended the first one a 7-0 run to get to within 4. So the initial start to the game saw New Rochelle get out and exploit some of Mount Vernon's foul trouble. But since then, Mount Vernon has been able to play great defense, especially on inbounds. It makes it very difficult. New Rochelle with the basketball, though, trying to score inside. Jahad Clark can't score. And zoom back, gets that putback, but he's called for the travel. So Mount Vernon has picked up their defensive intensity. And with that, Mount Vernon has an opportunity to draw even closer, despite trailing by 11 early in this game. I'm Isaiah Rose, broadcasting from Mount Vernon City School District. We are here at Ben Gordon Alumni Gym. Mount Vernon comes into this game with a record of 11-3. And as I say that, you have a foul called against New Rochelle. So now the fouls have started to even out here at the half. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Charles Lovett looking to inbound, baseline out of bounds. He gets it to Humstead. Humstead off the glass. He gets it to fall. Stevens with the basketball. Tries to get it to Dixon. Zone back. Pull-up jumper. It's good. So his ability to stretch the floor challenged Troy there, but great closeout from Troy nonetheless. Mount Vernon trails by 4. Harris trying to get into the paint. Gets it to Humstead, but it's deflected. New Rochelle able to come away with a steal. Stevens gets it inside to Clark, but another travel called against Clark. And New Rochelle's bigs haven't been as disciplined inside. 23-19. New Rochelle leads. Irvin Patrick back into the game for Mount Vernon. Cooper gets it to Humstead. Humstead handoff to Lovett. Lovett has to try to get a shot up, 14 on the clock. Humstead with the basketball, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Stevens. Takes pressure, and Humstead picks up a foul. So Mount Vernon has one more foul before they get into the first penalty. We approach 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Stevens guarded by Patrick. Into the game for New Rochelle, number 5, Jalen Minchin. Zon back, comes off a down screen, looking to score, but they call a travel. So Cooper attacking, trying to get it inside to number 32, Thomas Brooks. Mount Vernon retains possession, though. Patrick crossover dribble contact, can't finish that. Coming away with that rebound, number 32 for Catahagen. New Rochelle able to score, and Coach Amino had to call a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back. 5:31 remaining in the first half of Isaiah Rose broadcasting from Mount Vernon City School District. We'll be back.
We're back, Mount Vernon High School, Ben Gordon Alumni Gym, Mount Vernon New Row. We're at halftime. New Row is up 40-31. I'm with the New Row coach, Mr. Young. Mr. Young, how you feel about your team at halftime?
I think we played well the first half. Couple of turnovers, couple of mental breakdowns, but we know we have good energy on the court and on the bench. So,
what are the keys to take this lead and make it final for the game for you?
Well, you know Mount Vernon is they're a third quarter team, and they're always going to come out with that press. We just got to take care of the ball and stay aggressive.
So I seen you play in this gym. I know you played in this rival. What did you tell your team what this game means?
If you're from New Rochelle, Mount Vernon, you know what it is from a kid. So
it's nothing to say. It's just game.
There's nothing to say. I have to say the least when we play Mount Vernon.
Well, congratulations on your season, and have a good halftime, all right?
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back.
How's it going? Good. That should be shooting. That's shooting. Killing my man. Killing my man. Killing my man. Killing my man. He's ready.
He needs some milk.
Go, baby.
My brother, Godzilla, I see you. Let's go. Shout out on my place in Billy. We in your city. Hey, man, what's up? Let's go. Yo, Melly, CEO Melly. I need those clean music, bro. Let's go. Hold up. Come get your hoodies over here too, you heard? Come get your shirts and hoodies. Bruh.
Number 2, Cooper.
Hey, the build up, live up to a hype. What a game. Hard for a game. Mount Vernon came out with the victorious victory. We have number 30, number 3 here. How you feel about today's game?
I felt it was pretty good, you know. We didn't start off so well, but, you know, we turned it up in the second half, and that's all that really matters.
You got some big rebounds, Troy, at closing in.
Yeah, you know, my teammates encouraged me to keep going. Even though I was mentally down in the first half, I had to turn it up the second half.
Isaiah?
Now, I'm here with Troy Humstead. We are here with Charles Lovett, Joel Cooper. Understanding where you are, you're coming in with a 7-game winning streak. This is a rivalry game, so understanding the situation, you guys obviously have to overcome a lot of adversity. Troy, for you, you mentioned you're down first half. You mentioned your teammates keep you involved and keeping you engaged. What for you personally did you have to emphasize to make sure that you got back into this game offensively?
It all starts with mentality, you know. I didn't have the right mentality in the first half, you know. I was kind of taking them easy. I was thinking I was better than them, but truthfully, I'm really not. But, you know, I just had to turn it up. That's it.
Now, Charlie, you guys were fighting an uphill battle in the first half. You kept them in with some key baskets, just trying to keep the game steady going to go into the second half. For you as a scorer, how do you make sure to keep your teammates involved but not overpress for the latter parts of the game?
To make sure they, stay under control, don't, live in a crowd or anything. So my job is to make sure that my teammates is calm, not rushing things. And, when we don't rush things, we make great things happen.
Now, Joel, for you, you came up huge, especially in that second half with some huge three-pointers and coming up with huge steals down the stretch. For you, knowing the magnitude of this game, a rivalry game, what was your mentality, especially coming into that second half trailing?
Coming in the second half, it was just defense, defense, defense. We sat in the locker room, we had to work, we had to talk, we had to play defense. That's what we came out and do.
Now, for unsung hero, he's not here with us, but can you speak to Nigel Harris's performance, especially down the stretch?
Nigel is a great player. He's a phenomenal player, especially on the defensive end. He hustles, he'll dive on the ball, he'll do anything we need to get a win.
Their defense seemed like they had you on the ropes early on. What did you have to do at halftime to get back in the game?
We had to make a few adjustments. Say all 5 of us had to crash. We was getting outbeaten from the rebounding. So once we got in the locker room, we made a little adjustments, and we all talked to each other.
Well, it was a good game, another win. Good luck on your next game, all right, fellas?
Thank you. Congratulations on the win. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, Isaiah. It was a hell of a game.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you got a team in Mount Vernon coming in, like we said, with a 7-game winning streak. They had an 11-3 record. This game put them in positions where they had to learn from each other. To start the game, we mentioned Charles Lovett. He had a huge game. So New Rochelle obviously was going to have their bullseye on him. They had to emphasize him from a defensive schematic standpoint. And they weren't able to stop him, but they made it difficult for Troy in that first half. I thought that Coach Semino's emphasis on defense allowed everyone to get engaged collectively as a team, and that's how you saw the balance come together offensively. Joel mentioned it, the defense that was necessary to get back into the game, but also you had key baskets from Sebastian Daly. You had big-time rebounds from Orlando Dawkins, who ended the game with 11 points. So the collective continuity from Mount Vernon is what helped them outscore a team like New Rochelle by 20 in the second half.
I mean, it's a high-energy game, so you got to calm down. The first half, they seemed like they was rattled a little bit. They was down by 11. But, champions step up to the challenge, and that's what Mount Vernon is, a championship team.
Most definitely. The culture itself, you have a coach like Bob Semino and a great coaching staff that keeps everybody engaged. And when you have down moments like Troy said, you know you have a mountain of time left in a basketball game. It's a game of runs.
Game of Thrones.
Everybody understands that, so they come together as a unit to prevail. And this home crowd was definitely behind us all the way, and we got a classic.
Yeah, we had a great home crowd, great game, another Mount Vernon New Rochelle classic. Hopefully they can meet in the playoffs and we do this again. Yes.
Mount Vernon at this point, improving their record to 12-3, they're obviously going to be a high seed. But if they ever come across New Rochelle, they have to understand that records mean nothing.
No, in the playoffs it means nothing. It means nothing.
Staying locked in, staying disciplined, and utilizing the principles you establish throughout the season to make sure that you give yourself the best chance to win.
Well, there you have it, Mount Vernon. Another win for the Knights. With that said, D. Brown, Isaiah, New Rochelle, Mount Vernon, we out. Peace.